It's a beautiful day on the farm. How are you guys doing today? I got a recent comment on the channel and the person was like, what makes you different from all these other commentary channels? You're doing the same exact thing. Listen, I'm bringing topics that people should hear or that I find interesting and I want to share my thoughts about and discuss with you guys. And today I am proving what makes Drama Farm different. If there's a situation where you guys are heavily weighing in on, I'm going to read every last comment. When it comes to this Chrisean Rock situation and us receiving a dark update on Junior's health, you guys did have a lot to say. So let's talk about it. And if you see someone's opinion that you agree with, let it be known in the comments. If you see someone's opinion that you disagree with, let it be known in the comments. These Drama Farm comments are a place for open discussion. I welcome every opinion. As I said right here, shout out to everybody that did sub from this last video. It was a lot of you guys. Man, I had like 11 subscribers last week. Now we're at over 100. Let's keep it going. And I hope you guys are having a positive day. So here we go. Yolanda is saying if that had been a person without fame, they would have been took our baby. And this is actually something that is a prominent talking point, right? These situations are publicized and elevated in a sense because these people have amassed a following, right? But this situation is one that reflects many, in which some mothers, they're not doing everything they can in their power to take care of their child, and that could lead to their child being taken away. She does not have fame, she just ain't been caught. I disagree. I think she does have fame. A lot of people know Chrisean Rock. I'd say more people know her than they know the average man or woman in America. So that means you have fame. Oh God, true. Facts. A lot of people agreeing with Yolanda here. Facts, right? Fame has nothing to do with it. Someone is lying on this girl because they don't care about fame over a baby. Trust me, they have laws they have to follow. This thought is pretty interesting, right? Just because you have fame doesn't mean that you are above the law. And Nakia, that's definitely something to think about. Maybe these people in her immediate circle or close to her, they want to talk about this online, but they're not actually doing anything when it comes to the law. Have we got any update on that? I'm not saying she's a great mom, but she also doesn't have any guidance. No one seems to be there for her, just waiting on her downfall. I feel like she gotta have some people in her corner, right? But when it comes to the mothering thing, publicly, it's tough. When you have news like the news of this video, by the way, if you didn't watch the video, then you probably should. But I assume if you're here right now, you've already watched that video and saw the update. When it comes to what's put out publicly about this situation, it's hard. It's hard to not come to certain conclusions based off what you see. Us as humans, we come to conclusions based off what we see, what's been shown. So when we're seeing dark news like this come out, it's like, damn, what's really going on? 100%. She's a terrible mother. Oh, we got some beef over here. We got some beef over here. She playing around on Twitch. She could ask her Twitch folks to help with the medical bills. At least all the foolishness would have a purpose. She and Junior are eligible for Medicaid. What's really good? The child is underweight, can't eat solids, and doesn't walk. You know, this is also a big talking point. Like, why are you consistently going on live, doing these things, showing the baby? Because that makes it seem like you're not doing what you gotta do when that camera is off. She should be fixed so she can't have any more kids. That's a little crazy, I'll be honest, just because I feel like the situation is wild, yes, but this isn't something that she can't learn from in real time. She definitely made mistakes in the past, but I don't think that we should consistently hold her for her past mistakes. If she can start making positive decisions, start visiting that doctor instead of waiting on God and praying and hoping, then hopefully she can move in positive steps. And she could be doing that right now for all we know. So I'm not going to say she shouldn't have any more kids, because who knows? She could turn herself into a better mother, better than anything we know right now. And the next baby could be perfectly healthy and live a great life. Oh God, please help this baby. Please take her baby away from her before she kills the baby. I hope she goes to prison if that baby dies. Yeah, a lot of y'all want that baby taken away. He needs feeding tubes placed immediately. This is so sad. He does need that so he can receive the proper nutrients to his body. Apparently, it's not going to his stomach, and that's what's actually sad about this. She doesn't want that baby, and it's sad to say he might not survive long. Damn, what kind of comment is this? I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Listen. It's a comment based on the information we have been given. I understand, like, we don't want to see the baby pass away. We definitely don't. But I don't see some of these comments coming from a negative place. It's coming from a positive place in which we want positive news to come out, right? The truth, I think you saw this comment from Scorpio as a negative thing, like they want the baby to pass away, but I see it like, no, we want the baby to survive. We want the baby to be in the best possible conditions as it could possibly have. You're right. The person who's asking what comment is this, it's a comment of reality. This kid has been fighting since in the womb. This kid has had no medical attention with everything traveling to his lungs, and he ain't eating. This kid is hanging on by a thread. Pray he gets taken away quick. The truth, the comment isn't wishing that poor kid's demise. She's stating what would happen if this continues. Facts. Said from her own mouth that she wished she never had him? Wait, what? Is this true? Is this true? She said she would give him up and not to Blueface. He'd be better off in the system than with her. Did she actually say all of this? Also, I want to go back to this comment right here. This is a comment of reality. I feel like a lot of people, they just want to share how they emotionally feel. And that's 100% okay. But at the same time, you cannot ignore reality. You cannot ignore what has been placed in front of us. That's doing everyone a disservice. And behind closed doors is one thing, but what we see is what we take as reality. That's just facts. I cannot believe this is able to be broadcasted every day of this baby's life for 2 years, and law enforcement, child protective services have not intervened. He needs a home health care nurse at minimum. That would definitely help a lot. The law, as much as things are publicized, they not gonna act on nothing unless they repeatedly get calls. And it's not as easy to take a baby away from its mother if the mother is an active participant in any context as some people might think. It's just not that easy. If you know, you know. Junior is Junior because of the mother. Is she so dumb that she didn't know she poisoned the baby? She knew. Chrisean Rock is starving Junior right in front of our eyes online. I wish someone would tell her, give him more fluids, water, diluted apple juice, and chicken broth. Anything than just milk. Get him a sippy cup too. Give him stage 1 jar baby food. It's soft to swallow, chicken, veggies, and fruit, but his med issues, he needs a feeding tube. Yes, he does need that feeding tube. So all of what you're saying, princess, is applicable, but we need that feeding tube or else it ain't gonna mean nothing. She's in denial. She would rather have faith in Jesus than take him to the doctor and actually have him diagnosed and treated. That's child abuse. This poor baby needs someone to intervene. See, when it comes to actual babies, it's different because it's like they can't go to the doctors themselves. They don't know what's going on. It's on the mothers. It's on the people that care about the baby. She's hiding his condition because of pride. Meanwhile, Junior's rapidly declining. I want to make something clear. I'm not super deep on any topic that I bring to this channel and talk about, but when I do see something that I feel like is worth talking about and give my opinion, feelings do come to my heart, you know what I mean? And I truthfully do hope that this baby gets better, honestly. The fact that most women will refuse to call these type of things out, but will be more than willing to call out a man for just about anything, even while not knowing the whole story, be crazy to me. This is wrong to not hold someone accountable for treating an innocent child that way. This is a take. This is a hot take. I want to know what y'all think about this take right here. Guap gutter, listen, I don't like to generalize, you know? So I don't like to say most women will do this, most men will do that. But there are certain situations where this take is applicable. I will give you that. She's not good at raising her child. She treat him like a pet and don't do that well. Angela, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what you... I don't know if you typed out with a serious face or what the vibes was, if this was supposed to be a joke, but this is crazy to say. She treat him like a pet and don't do that well. Oh my God. She abused a dog that she used to have? Wow. Is this real? Dog not... Oh my God. I could be wrong, but I think Chris wants Junior to pass away. She doesn't want to be a mom. He's slowing her down from the street life. When he passes, she could show all this internet and streaming to show she tried or didn't know. She will use the church to back her. She knows what she's doing and she's fake, acting dumb and oblivious. This is a very, very hot take. And it's hard for me because I can never speak on someone to that level. When it comes to what we heard about, she doesn't want to take him to the doctor and she wants to just let God cure the baby, that doesn't come off well. It doesn't. But to say she wants the baby to pass away, it's like, damn, that's a tough thing to say. And if that is true, that's just honestly sad. But you really never know what's going on with people internally. There's a lot of people that their child comes out disabled and is afflicted with that, and they don't want to handle that. I think even in the past, when mothers had babies with any type of disease or affliction or condition, they would actually throw the babies out. There's like a name for a dumpster baby or something, or even if they didn't want the baby and they didn't get an abortion, I think that's what it's called, like dumpster baby. They would just literally get rid of the baby, which is, it's sad. I think she's doing a money grab and a sacrifice, humiliation ritual. Yeah, life insurance, she don't want to raise that kid. Whoa, this is a whole thread that, wow. This thread kind of play into what we were just speaking on, and it's deep. It gets deep. Social security check. I don't really think people have kids just for the sake of money, but damn, watch out for the GoFundMe her fans trying to push on now. These folks is sick and twisted. Praying for Junior, justice for all her victims. Do she got a GoFundMe up? But how could she have a GoFundMe if she's not gonna go to the doctor, right? She's waiting for God. God has sent doctors to help. I hope she knows her son has to start school at some point. CPS is really going to snatch him up. Tasha, I do agree with this. You can't just say, yo, God is going to heal this situation. Like, hello? God has granted you with the resources to help with whatever situation is going on. That's what's really going on. So you can't ignore what's in front of you. And that's what has a lot of people, a lot of you guys in the comments, I see why that has you guys charged and angry. Because it's like, yo, how you got all these options in life to at least give the child a better situation? And you talking about God is going to heal it. I said something really evil to God about this situation, and I asked him for forgiveness because the fact that he is still here just shows God is with him. But Lord God, please ease our minds about this being, it's stressful. God understands, and it's good that you ask God forgiveness. Man, I'm not the deepest into religion, but I was raised Christian, right? And I do attribute my successes and my day-to-day life to God, as well as the universe. And Tiala, I just want to say, sometimes we say fucked up shit, especially in our head. But to acknowledge that, be self-aware, and grow from it, it says a lot. And in my opinion, God does forgive when you have the self-awareness to recognize what you feel is a wrongdoing and work to be better. I would be okay watching her lose a boxing match, a few of them. I think that's what's next for her right now, actually. I've seen she about to get in the ring with a boxer, right? She's about to get to boxing. Hopefully she takes some of that cash and utilizes it in the best way possible. Stop attacking her. Look at your own life. This is a way to look at it. I don't think anyone's attacking her. We are all just sharing our opinions and thoughts on what has been shown to us. When I look at my own life, I'm living pretty nicely. I would say I wake up, I'm very happy. I don't necessarily think that she is evil down to the core, but I think that some of the actions that are being publicized and talked about, they're not the best. And sometimes I see things like the original situation we're talking about with her son who's disabled, and it does emotionally charge me. Here, Glow, I'm looking at my life every day, and any situation that I feel needs attention in terms of negativity, I give it attention. I think about it, and I travel a path in which I try to alleviate those things out of my life. So it's nothing personal. It's never anything personal here on the farm. A lot of comments do share the same talking points. I appreciate everyone that's dropped a comment, and I hope that you guys continue to be here for not only this situation, but I'm dropping pretty frequently on this page. Whatever grabs your attention and you see, definitely tap into the video, share your thoughts, because it helps not only the channel on a personal level, but it helps when we can see what's going on in the entertainment world and talk about it. There's a lot of people that feel like this shit's not important, but in my eyes, looking at what's going on in entertainment with certain personalities, it could be relative to looking at what's going on in politics, looking at what's going on around the world. It helps us develop our thoughts. Sometimes people are doing things that you never would have even fathomed, but by seeing these things, it's like, wow, that's actually not a way to live. And it helps you see outside of your norm. It's good to pay attention to the world. It's good to pay attention to everything. I just so happen to bring these topics to the forefront because I ain't gonna lie, I be scrolling on my social media. I definitely do. And I wanted to take that habit and turn it into something where it can have a potential positive spin. Liked, commented, subscribed. Yo, Pamela Brown, 3058. Thank you so much. And I hope everybody that's made it this far in the video can do the same thing. I appreciate you so much. If everybody that makes it to this part in the video just hits that sub, then we will really be rolling and we will really be going. Please don't sleep on doing that. We deep in the video. If you made it here, come on. Last but not least, I did want to talk about this comment that I disagreed with actually. Tyra but not Banks. She said, you the MF that is discussing. Oh, you the MF that is disgusting. Okay, I got you. I'm sending your video to her. Hope you got your ish right. I guess this was a threat, right? I responded saying, sure, go ahead. I'm strictly speaking my opinion on situations that are publicly presented. Same way you came and commented on this video. Tyra goes ahead saying, spewing hate? Listen to your own words. Just think, if someone you didn't know diagnosed your child and you, by watching a few clips of what your siblings say out of anger, what would you do? Could you handle all the heat that she has? Think about it for a second. Do you have children? Don't you know the laws? Don't you think if she actually done something to harm her child in the womb, they would step in? Think about it. And Tyra, I definitely understand where you're coming from. I see what you're trying to say, but at the same time, all of the negativity that might be coming her way is a direct result of her actions. This baby is unwell. He's born with fetal alcohol syndrome because she was drinking while she was carrying him. All I could do is speak to that. Basically what I said in this response. And then Tyra goes and says, no bartender will serve you pregnant. They will give you a virgin juice. But carry on. It's your channel, your video, your choice. Blessings, boo. Firstly, Tyra, blessings to you. No cap. I don't hate you. I don't think you hate me. You were just saying your opinion. You think that she should be defended and protected? That's okay. I don't agree with attacking people personally, but that doesn't mean you can't see a situation and have negative opinions towards it. No bartender will serve you pregnant. Well, the question is, if that's true, how did the baby end up with fetal alcohol syndrome? And that's where I will end this video. Hopefully Chrisean is moving in a direction where it's positive. Like I said, I don't hate. I only want to see positive, genuinely. And I appreciate you guys being here once again. Let me know if there's any situations going on with anything you would like to hear my commentary on. I appreciate you. And I hope that you guys don't think I'm the same as every other commentary channel. This is Drama Farm, baby. We gonna farm all this drama.